Hi, my name is Hitesh Mehta and I'm going to be presenting to you from the field, which in this case happens to be the Gobi Desert in southern Mongolia. For those of you who are not aware, I'm currently working on a chai table book on eco-lodges, and I'm going to be touring the world for the next 1 year. I would like to begin my presentation by stating that I'm against hunting being termed an ecotourism activity. But before I make my case, I feel it necessary to introduce myself. I'm of Indian ancestry and was born in Kenya. And what is very interesting is that the two countries in the world that have officially banned hunting are India and Kenya. In my family, we have been vegetarians for over 40 generations. And for the past 2 years, I have been a vegan. I'm a strong supporter of Gandhian doctrines. And on a daily basis, I put into practice the Jain philosophy of ahimsa, which is non-violence to your fellow human beings and non-violence to your fellow non-humans. It is because of my beliefs that I was very strongly attracted to ecotourism and what it stands for. Low impact tourism that respects animals, plants, and local communities, and which provides rich interpretive experience. Over the past 12 years, I've been so passionate about this sensitive niche of ecotourism that I have now become the longest serving board member of the International Ecotourism Society. You see, hunting is taking away a beautiful wild life. I do not differentiate between hunting and fishing. They both result in the killing of innocent wild animals. Whether the fish is in the ocean or in the river, it is in a similar wilderness setting as that of a lion, a deer, an elk, or a tiger. There are few others who have said it before me, but I would like to reiterate that hunting is fishing. I've come to find out that the reason why those people who separate fishing and hunting, why they do it, it is because of their conscience. They don't want to keep on eating this fish, but at the same time not feel guilty about it. Ecotourism is about being kind to animals. It is not about killing them for our personal pleasures. Ecotourism is about leaving only footprints. It is not about taking out important species and disturbing the ecosystems. Ecotourism is about viewing animals from binoculars and then shooting them with your cameras. It is not about viewing them through your telescopic lenses and shooting them with rifles. I've spent 3/4 of my life in Kenya, which, if some of you are not aware, is where ecotourism really started, when the Maasai were forcefully evicted from the base of the Mount Kilimanjaro, and when they wanted to create the Amboseli National Park. For many years, I've been witness to the numerous cases made by the South Africans about the pros of hunting and culling elephants. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you one simple question. Whose fault is it that large number of elephants have small areas to feed on? It is our fellow humans with their uncontrolled population growth that in the first instance have created this loss of elephant habitat. And now our fellow scientists and so-called conservationists have taken it upon themselves to manage elephants like as if they were commodities. Mike Rainier, a Kenyan ecologist and economist, has proven that an elephant that has been kept alive can bring over 85 $30,000 US in revenue, compared to if it was hunted down, which you would get probably about $30,000. Unfortunately, we in the US have the same humans over nature mentality as the South Africans. We are treating the deer, the elk, the wolves, the mountain lions, and the bears as vermin, and turn their killing into a leisure sport. I would like to be clear about one thing, and that is, hunting is a recreational activity. It is not a necessity. The killing of innocent animals for human pleasure should be called hunting tourism, game tourism, recreational tourism, sport tourism, or fishing tourism. But it is definitely not ecotourism. By far the liveliest discussions that took place at the Global Ecotourism Conference in Oslo, Norway in May was after one of the speakers made a statement that hunting should be termed ecotourism. There were people in the audience representing over 30 countries, and at the end of the session a resolution was passed unanimously that stated that hunting is not ecotourism and is a different type of tourism which has high impacts. When the hunting lobby push for hunting, they never bring up the subject of psychological impacts. I have now been on over 200 safaris around the world, and I can look at the behavior of animals and be able to tell you whether hunting has taken place or not. Guns and fishing lines leave a lasting impact on animals. Now granted that poaching also creates psychological impacts. But let me tell you something very interesting that a fellow colleague said at the Global Ecotourism Conference. Why is it that when poor people kill animals, it is called poaching, and that when rich people kill animals, it is called hunting? In most of the places of the world where hunting has taken place, there has been significant negative changes in surrounding ecosystems. Just 10 kilometers away from here, just 2 days ago when I was coming here, I came across a camp, a hunting camp, where people from the Arabian Peninsula are doing falcon hunting. They're coming here and using the local faker fountains to hunt the local animals. Now these are people who have decimated their wildlife in Arabia and now are coming here and decimating the wildlife of Mongolia. I found a person there from Qatar, a person from Pakistan, and a person from Syria. Here in the Gobi Desert, killing the local wildlife. But let me tell you something else. It's not only the foreigners that are doing the killing. In a place about 2 hours away from the capital, Ulaanbaatar, the place is actually called Khan Kentai protected area. The local urbanites from Ulaanbaatar are going and doing recreational hunting in this protected area, and they have wiped out all the wildlife in that place. Finally, we all know what our eating habits have done to the fisheries of the world. We have now decimated over 70% of the fisheries of the world. I came here from Moscow and they are still selling caviar. And we all know what the Russians have done. Know how many of the rivers there have been decimated, removed out of the caviar. You see, killing of humans is genocide. Killing of animals and fish, as I have on here on my t-shirt, is called ecocide. And that's what we are doing around the world today as humans, whether it is through our eating habits or through hunting and recreational activities. Even catch and release fishing has been known to cause irreparable physical and psychological damage, and even its use as an ecotourism activity could be argued. In conclusion, I would say that if we are going to call hunting ecotourism, then we are going to take something beautiful, dilute it, and then kill it. In America, we have witnessed the bastardization of feng shui, of yoga, and of vegetarianism. It's the only place in the world I've come across a term called fish and chicken vegetarians. How can you be eating fish and chicken and be a vegetarian? We need to preserve the sanctity of the ecotourism concept. The stakeholders of the world made their verdict in Oslo, and we need to respect that and not confuse hunting with ecotourism. This is Hitesh Mehta signing off from the Gobi Desert, Mongolia. And while you guys are going to be deliberating on this issue, and I hope that it's not for too long, I'm just going to go and chill out in the Mongolian desert. Bye there.